found a strange stone egg one day and ran a knife across the surface to get a better look. Inside it was this brilliant, glowing blue. I was about to dig deeper into it when my mom called me in, so I dropped it and ran. What I didn't know was that the moment I walked away, the egg started moving on its own. When I came back that night, it had already hatched. I found a little creature tucked in the corner of the shed. Had to be whatever had been inside that egg. I sliced up a potato and held a piece out to it, not really expecting much. It went absolutely crazy for them. Just like that, it latched onto me like I was its mother. After that, I brought leftovers to the shed every single day, and every single time it cleaned the plate, or whatever I brought it in. Then one day I heard my sister screaming. Turned out the little guy had climbed into her bathtub and was splashing around in it. I tried to explain that it was harmless, that it didn't bite, but it picked that exact moment to let out this loud shriek and scared everybody. The noise brought the plumber over, and he took one look at it and knew exactly what it was. He called it a water horse, said it was the real deal, the kind from old stories, and told me it needed to go back to the lake because it was going to end up the size of a dinosaur. He wasn't wrong. The thing kept sneaking out to find food on its own. One time it ran straight into a dog and completely panicked, bolting in every direction. It saved itself by going completely still and pretending to be a statue until the dog gave up and left. Then it found a pond full of fish and jumped in and had the time of its life. By the time the plumber tracked it down, it had grown to about 10 times the size it was before. He woke me up in the middle of the night to show me, and honestly, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. We loaded it into a truck and drove it out to the lake, but it wouldn't go in. It just stood there on the shore, refusing to leave me. The plumber finally pulled out a potato and used it to coax the water horse into the water. That did the trick. A few days later, two old guys out fishing on the lake got the shock of their lives when something enormous hit the line. It was the water horse, and it dragged their little boat across the lake at full speed. One of the men refused to let go of the rod no matter what. The other one had to cut the line just to get them both out of there. One afternoon, I rowed out on the lake looking for it. What came up from the water was nothing like the small creature I remembered. It was bigger than any dinosaur I'd ever seen in a book. I climbed onto its back and it took off, cutting through the water at incredible speed, then launched itself completely out of the lake and into the air. When we finally wore each other out, it brought me back to shore. I didn't realize until later that a soldier had watched the whole thing. That night, he came back with a group of men to hunt it down. Their dog tracked it, and they opened fire the second they had a shot. The water horse went under, then exploded out of the water and flipped their boat. It grabbed one of the soldiers and shook him like a rag doll. I sprinted to the shore to try to stop it from hurting anyone, but I slipped and went under. The water horse dropped the soldier immediately and dove in to pull me out. Then they started firing artillery at it. I didn't even think. I just climbed onto its back and pointed it toward the open sea. But one of the soldiers threw out a massive net and trapped it inside the lake. I leaned down close and said what I needed to say to it, then slid off its back. A second later, it dove straight to the bottom, built up speed, and launched itself into the air and blew straight through the net.